Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, a Lexington man is set to face a judge for more than a dozen charges, including human trafficking. We'll have a live report on that case coming up next.
2 men charged in an animal cruelty case are set to be back in court today.
And we have a pair of major traffic alerts to pass along to you this morning. Commuters out there need to be aware of these things. Those stories and more coming up on WKYT this morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in as we await some improvements in our weather. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Yeah, you may actually have a chance to get out to the pool for once this summer.
I know it's been one of those summers where really, it's hard to get into any kind of routine to do summer things.
Yeah, hopefully, Mikey, you got some good news on that front for us.
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, as we go throughout the next few days, we're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine, and also those temperatures are actually going to stay down just a bit. So it's really not all that bad. So we just got to get the rain on out of here. Unfortunately, we still have that rain over toward the east, still trying to push on out. Pikeville, Pike County, that's the best bet of rain at this moment. It pushes on out very shortly, and those temperatures sitting there in the 70s. We get into the 80s this afternoon, and we will have at least a couple of rumbles to go with later on this afternoon. Definitely not a washout. And also, as we get into the next few days, I want you to focus on this. It's not a complete dry out, but most of us actually do become dry in the next several days. I'll take you into your weekend because that's our next best chance at some rain. I'll have that in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll take the improvements when they get here. Thank you.
Yeah. New this morning, a Lexington man is facing more than a dozen charges after police say he used a website to sell 2 teenage girls for sex.
Robert Constant was already behind bars when police charged him with human trafficking. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the courthouse this morning with some new details in the case. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. Robert Constant was arrested about 3 weeks ago. Police say that he tried to run when they caught him with drugs. However, much more serious charges were filed against Constant yesterday. Now, he's accused of selling those teenage girls for sex. According to court documents, Constant sold 2 17-year-old girls to clients that he found online. Court papers state that he found those buyers on Backpage.com. Court documents also say that Constant sold the girls to men that he already knew. According to police, he also gave the girls cocaine and would smoke it with them. I went through court records to find more information about Constant, and I found that he has faced charges in more than half a dozen misdemeanor and felony cases in the past few years. However, it appears as if he only served 30 days in jail for convictions stemming from a case that involved an assault and a police chase back in 2013 and 2014. Now, Constant is back in jail facing 14 charges, including human trafficking. Constant's case is not the only one where we have seen recently involving human trafficking. In the past few weeks, police have also charged another Lexington man and a man in Frankfort, again accusing both of them of selling teenage girls for sex. Now, we'll have much more on those alarming cases that we've seen here in the Bluegrass coming up at 5:30. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Very disturbing story. It's 5:03 on WKYT, and 2 men accused of dragging a dog to death in Lexington are set to be back in court today. Police say last Wednesday they started getting calls near Charleston Court of 2 men dragging a dog behind a car. Officers eventually found a dog dead on Wanda Way. Lexington police later arrested Jesse Durham and Vincent O'Brien after following the 2 from the scene back to O'Brien's home. Lexington Animal Control says they took 8 animals from the home once police got a search warrant. The 2 men are charged with torturing a dog and alcohol intoxication. Their preliminary hearing is scheduled for today.
Many around the country have been calling for the military and government to make military bases and recruiting centers more safe since last week's deadly shooting rampage in Chattanooga, Tennessee. One man in Laurel County is taking matters into his own hands. Brian Cheek says he's making it his mission to protect military recruiting offices in London. Cheek isn't a veteran himself, but his son is an Iraq war veteran. He says he started standing outside the recruiting center armed to make sure what happened in Tennessee doesn't happen in Laurel County.
And I did that because I wanted them to know that, number one, we have your protection. I also wanted the protection of local law enforcement.
Cheek says before standing guard, he notified the military and local police. He says he also has someone scheduled to guard the recruiting center today. Well, people in other states have the same idea as Cheek. People from a half dozen states are teaming up are taking up arms to defend recruitment centers. CBS's Adriana Diaz has that story.
Indiana Governor Mike Pence authorized National Guard troops in his state to carry personal weapons on base.
I will not permit our citizen soldiers to remain unable to defend themselves.
The Pentagon controls who's allowed to carry firearms on U.S. military installations like the Recruitment Center and Marine Navy facility where Mohammed Abdulaziz opened fire Thursday. The National Guard, however, also falls under the command of state governors. Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Gilbert oversees military support for the Indiana National Guard.
This has been well received by our soldiers, and it's something that will make our soldiers safer.
6 other states have authorized their guardsmen to be armed. Florida Governor Rick Scott.
And I don't want anything like what happened in Tennessee to ever happen here.
Here in Indiana, the policy is voluntary. Soldiers will not be forced to be armed. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Indianapolis.
Family and friends of a Georgetown man who was killed on I-75 will be making funeral arrangements today. Police believe that 33-year-old Mitchell Bryant's car broke down near the Fayette-Scott County line on Sunday night. As he was walking to get help, they say a car and 2 semi-trucks hit him. Family members say Bryant was about to become a father.
Didn't know any strangers. He was a good, outgoing person. I mean, he always had a smile on his face, and he always wanted people to be happy when they was around him.
Friends say Bryant was also active in the gym, and he often helped people train. Tucker, Yoakum, and Wilson Funeral Home in Georgetown is handling the funeral arrangements. Investigators in Russell County say they believe they know what caused the death of a formerly missing man. State police say 58-year-old Thomas Polston was found dead Saturday in a creek in Jamestown. His family had reported him missing 3 days earlier. They say an autopsy found the death was related to a, quote, cardiac event and drowning. Police do not suspect foul play. Thanks to your donations, a Lexington man can now pay for repairs to his home after it was damaged in a storm. Last week, a basement wall collapsed in Tim Weisenhahn's home during heavy rains. He says his insurance will not cover the $25,000 repair bill. Friends set up a GoFundMe page to raise money. We've learned that page has raised nearly $28,000. Organizers of the page say because the money was raised so quickly, Weisenhahn will be able to move back into his home sooner than expected.
They're going from hamburgers to handcuffs. A fast food restaurant in eastern Kentucky will soon be home to the city's police department. The Hazard Police Department is moving into a former 2-story McDonald's. Police say the building is twice the size of their old location. Renovations of the building expected to begin soon. McDonald's left the building last year when the chain opened a new location nearby. I wonder if the Hamburglar will be around.
That's a good question.
Well, now that he's a man and not a cartoon,
right.
I wonder how that went over.
Well, right. Well, then maybe they'll get him for sure, right?
Yeah.
5:08 is our time on WKYT this morning.
WKYT has a traffic alert to pass along for you this morning. Part of New Circle Road is scheduled to open, then close again for demolition work.
The Old Frankfort Bridge has been closed all weekend for some repairs. Again, that is ongoing. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live from the bridge this morning with this traffic alert. Good morning, Hillary.
Good morning. Well, right now traffic is able to move through this area of New Circle Road as that scheduled demolition of the Old Frankfort Pike Bridge, which is just behind me here, was likely delayed to that rain we saw over the past few hours. Now, the road closure started at 10 o'clock last night and was scheduled until 7 this morning. No word if they will resume any work this morning. Drivers headed through the area during that demolition are being directed around the bridge by using the exit ramps. This is all part of the widening and reconstruction project from Versailles Road to Leestown Road. This closure comes after some other closures late last week and into the weekend. Also to work on this exit area, crews work to widen the street as well as on the off and on ramps for the Old Frankfort Pike Bridge. While today's planned construction was delayed a bit, there is another closure scheduled for tonight starting at 10, going until 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. Now, even though the roadway is open, drivers do need to be careful through here as there is still a lot going on and traffic is reduced to 1 lane through here for this time. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, so heads up on that out there, and thank you, Hillary. And this evening, Kentucky transportation officials are warning of another delay on I-64. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says they will close the right lane of I-64 near the Kentucky River Bridge outside of Frankfort. They say the right lane between mile markers 54 and 56 will be closed for repairs tonight. Maintenance is scheduled between 6 and 11. The left lane will stay open, but again, anticipate some delays there near Frankfort, between those Frankfort exits in the overnight hours. WKYT this morning is just getting started. So good to have you along. We have a lot to tell you about here on this Tuesday.
When WKYT This Morning returns, Taylor Swift has launched a new clothing line. But if you want to get your hands on crop tops and skirts, you may have to wait a little while. We'll tell you why coming up.
Bill will be watching that very closely. First Alert Defender live radar. There's the rain passing on through, trying to get these storms on out of here. And I'll show you when we can finally get rid of the storms and how long of a break we're going to have coming up in a few minutes.